Okay, so you want bigger arms, specifically bigger upper arms. All right, you're doing curls, you're doing your tricep extensions, all the exercises that would normally get your arms bigger, and they're just now growing. All right, give this a try. What I did was this exercise that, I've never actually seen anybody do this besides me. I call it the kettlebell tricep extension. You basically grab your kettlebell, you have it behind your head, and you're going to extend up, and you're going to be using both arms. Um, I grew about an inch on my arms just by doing this exercise, and it's pretty simple. You want to start out light, find a weight that you can work with, but start as light as possible because you're going to be weak. When I first started doing these, I was doing them with a 70 pound. I can only do 5 reps. Now I'm doing over 20 reps, but it takes some time. So with this exercise, you can do it anywhere. Okay. If you got a kettlebell at home, you can do it at home. If you have a kettlebell in your truck or in your car, you can do it there. I usually do them in the truck, but I have a different setup at home now where I do the exercise in the living room. It's next to my elliptical / bike thing, but I used to do them in the truck all the time. And you can do them, at the gym. Gyms have kettlebells, wherever. Now, the reason why it's kettlebell specifically and not a dumbbell, it's the grip, okay? The grip. You have both hands in like a neutralized grip. Crank them out, as many as you can. And also, the way the exercise is, it hits the heads of the triceps in a way that, a lot of exercises don't do that. Like tricep specific exercises, you have to always like change up the grip of how you're doing it to hit like the long head or like the outer head. And with this, it's pretty much hitting everything because it's tricep dominant. Do them wherever you can. So keep in mind, 2/3 of the upper arm is the triceps. So the triceps is the bigger part of the arm. So, people like to do a lot of curls and a lot of bicep focused movements. But in general, if you want the arm to be bigger as a whole, put more attention into the tricep. Now, with this exercise, you don't want to overdo it. So the first day you do them, that counts as a day. You take a break, 24-hour break, then you start again. So I would say 4 times a week or 3 times a week, depending on where the day lands. But let's just say 4 times a week. So you're going to do 4 sets and as many reps as you can with a weight that's comfortable. You're going to be in a position that's not comfortable and you don't want to hurt anybody or yourself. You don't want anyone behind you. You don't want to go too heavy. And, I can't say that enough because it's not like, it doesn't look dangerous, but once you're there, it's 100% tricep dependent. I'll say the only thing that can really help you as far as like getting the weight off of you is if you're standing and you kind of do like a small little squat and then, press the weight up and then use your triceps to extend it. But it is, I would say, probably almost 100% tricep dominant. I would say about 95% tricep dominant. So, and that's also why I'm suggesting it, because it's so serious. The reason why I'm suggesting this is because you're probably not doing it. So the goal, the goal is to get bigger arms. That's the point of this video, to get bigger arms. So try this out. And it's one of those exercises that, it's just like, it's almost like it's not really a secret because nobody knows about it. So give it a try. Good luck. And yeah, that's all for now.